Hi everyone, welcome to the Numerology and the Astrology for May 27th, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get an 18, and if you add the 1 and the 8 together, you get the number 9. So you know how I do numerology, hopefully at this point. And so sometimes I put the numbers together, which I will use the number 9, but also sometimes it hits me to kind of separate the letters and the numbers and to do the 1 and the 8. And it's mainly because what I'm seeing more and more in the world. So the 1 is about the individual. It's about the I. I want this. I want that. What I want is more important than what everybody else wants. And so the number 1 can be childish, demanding, petulant. It can be like a temper tantrum that I'm going to get what I want no matter what, and I'm going to make everybody miserable until I get what I want kind of thing. And then the number 8 is a number of sadness. And so how when we go into what I want, this is what I want, then you actually cause other people sorrow. You actually cause other people suffering, because sometimes people will sell out to give you what you want, which actually then you give away a part of your soul, which is never a good idea on a karmic reciprocity level. So, my challenge for everybody today is that the number 9 is about completion. And so I want you to really work on what will help you feel complete. But to me, what will help you feel complete is to kind of recognize that getting what you want is not going to make you feel complete, especially if you're doing things that cause other people sorrow and suffering. It really just doesn't work. And so it's a tricky kind of thing, because there's a way to stand in the I that is humble and compassionate and is authentic and sincere, and that you're doing what you need to do for you, but you're not expecting anyone to do what you want them to do. Okay, so that would be the healthy version of the 1. And then the 8 is about recognizing when you are creating sorrow and suffering in somebody, and actually doing a correction, making some sort of energetic correction. So to me, if you do those 2 positive sides of the number, then you actually get a really beautiful completion, a sense of completion. Like, okay, I did my best. I tried to be loving and compassionate and graceful and kind, and I tried to not perpetuate or create more sorrow. I tried to not buy into someone else's drama or their childish wounds or their frozen selves from their childhood. But it's hard. It's a hard thing to do. So with this number 9 today, it's time to finish up a few things. Perhaps it is that fence or something in the garden that you've been working on. Perhaps it is cleaning out that garage. Put your focus into getting something done that allows you to feel finished and accomplished and complete. This COVID thing is not going to, allow us to feel complete probably for a year, because it's going to go on. And so it's important to set a few doable goals and to feel some movement and progression. And when you finish that particular thing, sit back and congratulate yourself on a job well done. And it is important to compliment yourself every once in a while, especially with all the social distancing. It is possible that few will see your accomplishments for a bit, because you're supposed to be in quarantine. And so they may not see your beautiful garden, or they may not see the beautiful shed that you built for a bit. Okay. So see the beauty that your soul creates and figure out how to feel complete with that. So my joke in relationship to this at this point is, because I live in a remote area, my neighbors are bears, and my neighbors are deer and elk and lynxes and foxes and all sorts of things. And so the bears are like a difficult uncle that comes to visit and then refuses to leave. That's what bears are like to me. So I have a garden that, of course, I am trying unsuccessfully to keep all the critters from eating all the beautiful things that I put in the garden. And it's like the chipmunks go, oh my God, thank you so much for planting arugula. This is fantastic, right? And the bunnies are all happy. And, trying to figure out how to do a garden and keep the critters out is tricky. But bears are a whole thing unto themselves. And so I do, of course, feed the birds, and I put out bird seed in the morning, and it is gone by the morning. And but the bears can still smell that smell, and so they go through my fence. They just, every year I have this problem. So there is no fence that is ever really totally complete. I'll say it like that. And so we worked on the fence, and, we had some weak areas in the fence, and we put in new posts, and we had these metal clips that were much more stable, and we ran out of clips. And so we've been doing a lot of fencing, trying to keep the critters out of the garden. And so needless to say, we had a bear last night go right through one of the weak areas that I couldn't get through. And they're just... and there's nothing for him. I mean, so it's sort of like, the bird seed is gone. There's, and right now, fortunately, there's nothing exactly in the garden that he's interested in. As soon as the strawberries and the blueberries come in, he'll be interested, and the apples come in, he'll be interested. But so at the moment, he's not terribly interested, thank God. I'm glad that my bear is a country bear and is not a connoisseur bear. So anyway, but it's so frustrating because now I have another place in the fence that I've got to fix, because a bear going over a 5-foot fence makes a 3-foot fence. And so I'm just giving you my funny bear story. So you recognize that even when you feel complete, you're never really complete. And I am never going to be complete with the bear, because if you make a fence too strong, then the bear will literally climb over it. And so the only thing that will stop a bear is an electric fence, which I'm not going to do because I kind of like all the critters. I would prefer if my Uncle Bear would go home. But I know that I'm in his home, so he thinks that everything belongs to him here. So there we go. That's my bear story for the moment. All right, astrology for today. The moon is in creative and bouncy Leo, and the Leo moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius. So realize that this energy will make you feel more restricted, and for some of you, depressed. Distraction is the mood, and many are feeling it, but turn that frown upside down. You have all this time off, for God's sakes. You're going to get some things done, and you're getting to do some projects that you never thought you would manage to accomplish, and your garden is fabulous. So see all the places that your happy hands are making a difference, and own your life. Own your expression in this life, and never give up on yourself. The sun sextiles the moon, so feel at home no matter where you are, because home is inside you, not outside. What is inside you becomes reflected outside in your physical home. Notice if your inner and outer match. If they don't, it is time for a change. The moon squares Uranus. You might feel a bit headstrong today. Do not let the moods of others set you off. Do not let your mind go into a frantic and irritable place. And for sure, do not take your troubles out on others. Do not expect others to see things your way or fit into your little boxes. Pushing anyone right now with your opinion is likely going to get them pushing back. If in your soul you just want to bully others, watch out. No one is in the mood to take more crap from anybody. So if you are used to people acquiescing to your drama, you are going to be in for a big surprise. Everyone has had enough. And those that do not socially behave and operate reasonably and sanely are going to set off storms of emotion that you have never yet seen in this life. Even the perfectly calm and normal people are going to come at you. Okay, so everybody needs to take a chill pill. You are not going to get your way. So people are tired of feeling powerless and overshadowed, and intensity is building up. And when you are doing your best not to step on the toes of others, and someone becomes belligerent with the intent to thwart your desire to not create upset, know that you will discover how pissed off someone can really be. Communication is going to be strong with this Mercury North Node alignment. Okay, so your quote for the day. Put your ego to the side. You are not going to get your way. Do not act childish. There is no need for temper tantrums. You are not 5 years old anymore. Everyone has had enough of bullies. If you think right now you can get away with it, you will be very, very wrong. Okay. All right. So, my blog for today. I learned at a young age to not let anyone bully me or push me around. Did you notice that? So it probably started because of my older sister, who was less than happy that I showed up on the scene and spoiled her little reality. I learned that it does not matter what others think or believe. What matters is your intention and action. While others can make up stories about what you say or do, in the end, they are going to believe what they want and tell a story that is related to making themselves right and you wrong. You can try to bend over backwards to make others happy, but if someone needs to project something onto you, they will. And their narrative will never match your actions, motive, or intention. So the bottom line is that you have to live with you. You have to live with your choices, mistakes, mishaps, actions, and the outcomes those actions create. People make up stories all the time to fit this massive reality into their narrow perceptual bubble. But you can never, ever let someone control your soul. People can try to control your body, actions, words, etc., but when you kowtow to a bully, you collapse something in your core, and you give some of your essential energy away to them. And they will take that power you relinquish. That is why power is so addictive. When someone gets some power, they often want more and more. I do not want power over others. It is a form of manipulation that has drastic karmic consequences. The only power I want is my own. I want to find the truth within me. I want to express my authentic self. I want that power to be balanced with compassion and grace. I never want to be something or someone that I am not. I want to grow that light source within that was given to me to cultivate. I know that source has everything I need. I have no need to take anything from anyone in order to discover my own true nature. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.